How's it going, Zoe? You alright? Oh, no. Three. Not now. Yeah, I just need to save my computer from resetting itself. Schedule reset. 15th. That's 3:59 on 15th of the 2nd. Yeah, I'll have to do an update after, typically. Yeah, I'm going Saturday. Trying to get out of work on Tuesday, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, dear chap. I will see you at 6 o'clock.
Okay, dokes. See you then. Toodles.
Are you going on the 1st of March? Yeah, I'm going. No, I'm going anyway. Right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to this very special Valentine's Day podcast. Don't worry, no lovey-dovey stuff on here today. And we are here to talk about the Newport Bradford game. But before we get to that, we'll be talking about the post-match Accrington Stanley game, the pre-match Newport game, the weather forecast for the Newport game, latest Bradford City news, what's on your plate, and if you want to chat about, shout about, or vent about anything. And today, as it stands, I'm joined by Lee.
Hello.
All right, Lee.
All right, mate.
So, Lee, should we just get straight into it then? What was your thoughts on the Accrington Stanley game?
Again, tough as we thought it were going to be, 1-0. But what a one. What a shot. What an absolute exocet of a strike. Keeper got both fingertips to it, and I think he's picking him out from somewhere behind Rowe's head now because that ball went through him like he wasn't there. Absolute class strike. Class player, though, isn't he, Patterson? One of the best midfielders in lower divisions, I would say.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game, wasn't it? Patterson with a word of like Andy Gray, take a boo, son, what a hit, what a strike, and just unbelievable strike. And we defended them trenches like an army person, just not letting them score. So I'm glad we did win 1-0, and I'm glad we did keep it
3
1-0.
points, that's all we need at the end of the day, innit? We just keep totting them points up.
Yeah.
I was a bit disappointed that some people were having a go at, our strike force, as is. You know, none of them are real strikers. Kavanagh, maybe, but Kavanagh's somebody that needs to play. And he did his job. He got that press going and he kept them under pressure instead of ball coming straight back and down his throats. He did his job. They all did. They all did for me.
Who was your man of the match, Lee, for that game?
Oof, God. I know they gave it to Patterson for the strike. But Bobby, Smallwood made some absolutely crucial tackles in midfield and in defence and pressed. If I'm pushed and a gun to my head, I would say Smallwood.
Yeah, everyone played well, didn't they?
They did, and it was hard to pick one man out of that because it was a squad game, wasn't it? Even those that came on did the job. So
yeah. So if people
no
haven't
complaints.
seen it, Patterson's goal from about 25 yards out, absolute screamer, like Lee's described there. Keeper tried to get his hands to it.
All of 30
couldn't.
yards. I would have said
So
30 yards. That would a cracking goal, wasn't it? You won't see better.
Yeah. So percentages and stuff, just to get that out of the way. Ball percentage, Bradford got 48% of the ball. Accrington Stanley 52. We had 5 total shots. They had 6. We had 1 shot on target, 1 goal. No chances created from either. No big chances missed. Fouls committed, Bradford 8. Accrington Stanley 11. Corners, Bradford had 8. They had 3. Total shots, Bradford had 5. They had 6. Total shots off target 3-3. Shots on target 1-1. Block shots 1 and 2. With the Accrington Stanley hitting the frame of the goal, Lee, what was your thoughts on that?
So did we. Walker, what were he doing to get through? He had men round him too, and he managed to bounce one off at bar as well.
How long
The
ago?
the old mistakes are still happening, but they're not happening as often as they were, and they're happening in different areas now where it one of those things, wasn't it? It could have gone in and it could have gone where it went, and that would have went at stand. So it's just one of them things. When you have the possession they had, and you've got the players that they've got, and they're scrapping for their lives. Let's face it. They're going to make chances, aren't they? They have to go for it. And you know what? By the same token, so do we. 3 points in the bag are better than having to play games in hand for, I think.
Yeah.
You need your money in bank, don't you? You don't need it in your back pocket for later. In case you get pickpocketed.
So I think Dan's man of the match was Smallwood. He's put on YouTube.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. Definitely.
And then, so we'll go now on to the Newport game. So Newport County versus Bradford City on the 15th of February at 3 o'clock, live from Rodney Parade, and it's not on telly unless you are international viewing. The referee is Andrew Humphreys, I think I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And it looks like he's been in the lower leagues. This ref has had 10 appearances in the National League. He's given out 32 second yellows, 1 second yellow equaling a red, 2 penalties. In League 2, he's had 5 appearances, 18 yellow cards, no second yellows, 2 reds, 1 penalty. In Premier League 2, he's had 5 appearances, 25 yellow cards, 1 second yellow equaling a red, and no penalties. Altogether, he's had 20 appearances, dished out 75 yellow cards, 2 second yellows, 2 reds, and 3 penalties. And then going over to a couple of stats for you. Top goal scorer still is Andy Cook, who's out for injured for the season. He's still had 12 goals and he's played 22 games. The top goal scorer for Newport is Hudlin. He's had 6 goals, 1 assist, and 22 matches played. Newport have scored 8 goals in their last 5 matches. Have been awarded the most penalties this season, 7. Haven't lost in 5 matches. Bradford have scored 4 goals in their last 5 matches, and Bradford haven't lost to Newport County in their last 7 meetings, where we've won 4, drawn 3. Andy Cook is the most shots on target per match for Bradford City at 1.4. Solly, what is your thoughts on the Newport game?
Newport just as busy as ever when Flynn were there, aren't they? They're just an attacking side. They don't. It could be quite a high scoring game. I think. 3-1, 3-2 City ish sort of area. I can't see them not scoring, but I can't see us not scoring either. I just think it's a tough place, tough team to play against Newport. They always have. They're very busy. They're very in your face. They don't take prisoners. So referee's got his job cut out, his work cut out. Going to be a good game, I think. I think it'd be an open game.
So Dan on YouTube
Might
saying,
suit us.
Dan on YouTube saying Hudlin is the 6.9 striker. He's a really tall striker. I think he got injured last time I think Bradford played, if my memory serves me correctly.
Don't know.
So do you think he's going to stick with the same team against Newport? Do you think he's going to change it?
Do you know, I hope he does. I hope he does. I know we've got squad rotation in operation. Powhatan didn't know it. But I don't see why we should. Sarcevic coming on is going to strengthen us rather than him going off limping because he's run out of steam. I think that's probably the best way of putting it in. Tommy Lee's improving. People are on his back and all at times, but he's improving. Mellon needs to get a start, I think. But who do you take out for him? Do you take out Kavanagh, put Mellon in, and bring Kavanagh on with fresh legs second half? Maybe. Don't know. I don't see any reason to change it, to be honest. But he probably will. Because he's one. I still can't work out his substitutions. Alexander's grown on me. I've got to be honest. This season, I think he's been strong. He's been good for his word. And he's doing what it says on the tin. We're getting 3 points, and that's what we're going for. We're not going to look and play fancy football. We're in 4th division. You don't play football to get out of this league. Fancy football, I should say. You just win. It's as simple as that. And we're doing that. How many games now is it? 8 games without losing.
How many games? So I think we've gone 8 games, but
Yeah.
the games we've got left, Lee. So we've got, where are we? So we've got Newport, and then we've got Bromley, aren't we? The Tuesday or next week, week's time.
Bromley's going to be tough.
Salford, Cheltenham, Gillingham, Tranmere, Colchester, Acklin Stanley away, Port Vale, Crewe, Swindon, Notts, Chesterfield, Doncaster, and Fleetwood.
Do we not have MK Dons still to come this year? We played them twice.
Yeah, we got 22nd of February, we got them.
Yeah. Guess they're coming up. See, that won't be easy. They're desperate for points as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's like going to be like a FA Cup final time thing every day, every game we play
think
now.
so, yeah.
Because we need to win.
That's all we need to do. Keep gathering the points. I don't care if it's 1-0 or 10-0. We need 3 points from as many games as we can possibly get them. We're in third place, aren't we? Joint second, if you like.
Newport play today, Lee. They play Port Vale.
Do they?
So I could either hope that to be a draw or Port Vale to win.
Yeah.
I think that's live on Sky Sports Football or Sky Sports Plus today.
Well, it's showtime for me Thursday night, Northern Soul special. There we go.
Is that your DJing, Lee?
It is. Don't start 9 o'clock, like. But...
And where can they watch that, Lee? Or watch it? Or
can't watch it
Sorry,
unless they're going second live, but they can listen. I can put a link up on my page, but they'd have to put it into something like the media player, where you add Earl, and then you can listen in. I think you listened in, didn't you? Just same. Just put it in, and then you can listen along. But if you like Northern Soul, you're getting the best tonight, because it's like, last year was a 50th anniversary, so it's one that I put together but didn't get a chance to play, so it's getting played tonight.
Yeah, so
and
if you want to listen to some
it's
soul music, I think Lee will put the link out at some point on X or
a la
Facebook.
Wigan Casino. Them that know.
So we've had Dan on YouTube. 10 more wins out of the remaining games gets us top 3. Also, for people joining on TikTok and stuff, if you can, I know it's not our normal day today. Doing this, I've only brought this forward because I'm taking the missus out tomorrow. So if you can get your score predictions in or something like score predictions and questions for Lee, because Lee's not knowledgeable. So with us beating Accrington Stanley as well, it was the first time I think. Is it 1958 or something? We've won 8 games. Is it 1958 or 1952? We've beaten them for the first time. Or we've won 8 games since then.
I thought it was 68 actually, but okay.
So, have you anything else you want to talk about for the Newport game, Lee?
Just 3 points. That's all I'm interested in. I don't care. And as for promotion, I don't care if we won 2 or 3rd. I'm not bothered as long as we get promoted out of this awful division. That's all that really matters, isn't it?
Have you done your score prediction, Lee?
I have.
What do you say it again?
I'm going for 3-1, I think.
And who do you think is going to score for City?
Oh, Patterson is an obvious one. I think Tommy Lee's due a goal. Poynton's due a goal. Kavanagh's due another one. But they seem up front, they seem to be playing toward us and they're just going for press. So if we're going to score, it's going to come from midfield. Sarcevic, possibly. Smallwood, seasonal attempt, maybe. Halliday, maybe. To come and get on end of summit.
Yeah.
Come in like second phase, or late runners as we used to call them in my day. Come in late and get on end of summit and smack it in. That's 3-1 Bradford.
So I think we're gonna win. I'm gonna go 1-0, and I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna go Bobby Poynton to score. He deserves a goal. And just like a great segue, we've had Dan on YouTube. Hard game. They are banging form too. One last 4-1-1. And then we've had Sam on TikTok who says it's going to be 3-2 City with Sa, Pato, and Cav to score. So, people who are joining, listening, wherever you are, get your score predictions in and questions for Lee or myself, and we'll try our best to answer them. We're going to be here for another 15 or 20 minutes, but let's get rid of the weather forecast, shall we, for the game on Saturday?
I was just going to say the reason I go 3-1 City is because Newport, they'll play a more open game, they'll play an attacking game, so they'll leave space at the back. So hopefully it'll leave space to get a couple of strikes off, a couple of finishes. I think it'll be a more open game. I don't think it'll be tight like it has been the last few, but it will be hard. It will be tough. It always is.
Yeah. So, for the weather forecast for the game on Saturday in Newport, the sun will rise at 7:26 and will set at 5:27. It's going to be raining, so you need to take your big coats with you and possibly some hats and some gloves. It's going to be high, or the low, shall we say, of 3 degrees to possibly 6 degrees between there. So take your big coats, and that's your weather forecast. So, Lee, latest Bradford City news. It was
I listened to it.
Did you listen to the fans forum yesterday, Lee?
I did all of it. I listened to it today, actually.
And what did you make of the fans forum live on that radio, Lee?
They talked around a lot of topics without actually answering them. It's they mentioned ground and stuff like that. They mentioned how much have we spent, how much is he put in. And some of the questions, I don't know where they came from, but they were asking questions that really you wouldn't ask unless you were actually there. And it's too easy for them when there's no one there to just evade answering it altogether. And they did a bit of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting in that they answered some questions, but a lot of them, they didn't really tell you anything. It was a bit of a meh, you know what I mean? It was just, they just didn't answer
It's
a
like
lot of stuff.
I agree with you there with questions he got asked, he tried to dodge them. Was that one question about the ground? And the one about, they were talking about it, and then they brought up the, I can't remember the name of the word what I'm looking for, but the letter, like the company thing they're trying to do with the ground. Basically like make it fans owned kind of thing where they have to get permission from the supporters trust or whatever.
Yeah, they kind of paid lip service to that, didn't they? They said,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah," and if fans want to put some money up, and that's well, why mention that the way you did without telling us what that's about? Because they didn't. How do you get involved in that?
I think with it though, Lee, it sounds like they were chatting about it, and then it's just gone really quiet. So either he's asking too much money for clubs.
I don't know. And I took it that they're just not talking at the moment because Rupp's off doing what he does, and it's just doing what he does, getting ready for the new season and stuff like that. They're both busy at this time of year, I would imagine.
And then they're on about a training ground as well, want they? Basically the headmaster likes like training there kind of thing. But if the stuff's not up to Aquant's standings,
if what he said is right, that they've been talking with council said they'll do all they can, but then in next sentence it was, but we can't do much because it's City of Culture and this, that, and whatever. And it's like, well, you've told us something, but you didn't give us any answers. You just mentioned it for the sake of it. What's that about?
So it's like the council are skint.
Are we looking at that?
Council are skint. They can't rub two pennies together.
Of course they are.
So they're trying to flog a load of assets and stuff like that. They're trying to sell stuff, and if club comes and buys it, it'll basically they could buy a bit of land off council for cheap and just do it up.
Well, they don't have to buy it, do they? Just pay what do they call it? Postage stamp or whatever it is. £1 for some land. We develop it, make it into something useful, so that the council don't have to. They've done that, but they didn't let Bulls do that, did they? Bulls were
Yeah.
on about a sports village,
It's like with this.
similar to like they did over at Lee.
It's like with this
Council said no.
2025 stuff, Lee. This
Yeah,
2025 stuff. If they're giving money
yes.
out for stuff, and when they're like hearing stuff about, basically, there's like a pot for money, isn't there? They should use that money
Supposedly.
and get it to Bradford. Develop something. Create
But
jobs.
you'd need to be great train robbers to find out how to get into it, wouldn't you?
Mm.
Because the council aren't doing anything.
Is there anything else you found in the fans forum interestingly?
Just that they said nothing. They spent 2 hours and said absolutely nothing. And Rayner, that was sort of leading it, just kind of accepted that. Just let them say, and moved on, and then moved to the next topic. And then said, oh, we've only got 40 minutes left, we've got 30 minutes left. So we were like counting them down.
Yeah.
There were no hard questions there for them. There
Mm.
were nothing that they had to come out, put the balls on the table and say, this is how it's going to be. Nothing. Regarding, they did mention about, one thing I did like, they were talking about Bobby Poynton, about he's going nowhere. They need to look after his contract and that, and they will be talking to him. He's one of them that they're going to be keeping. They never mentioned Jamie Walker, but he mentioned Sarcevic and he mentioned Patterson being, they need to make up their mind what they're doing. There's players there that are taking a wage. They're not even getting any game time.
Yeah.
Are we keeping them? They're not there for first division, are they?
That's what they're on about, though, Lee, on the fans forum thing yesterday. They did mention this, didn't they? And having players on. I think someone asked a question. I can't remember what the question was, but it was about players.
Well, they read someone's name out, didn't they? And then, yeah. But they're not playing, no. Oliver, he said there, he's on a big wage. I just, like I say, they said a lot without saying anything that were concrete for anyone to say, right, well, we understand now. I came away from that not learning anything really, because they didn't tell me anything that I could get my mind on and start thinking, well, yeah, they're going right way. The only thing was that the option is there to still buy the ground at some point when they get back together and talk. When's that? Come back, Mark Lawn. All is forgiven.
Like at the end of it, though, I liked it where they said basically they're going to deal with people's contracts in the summer or when the season finishes. So if
they said that last year, didn't they? So, and I hope they do. But the other thing that they let out was that there's still players there that they really rather moved on, but they didn't want to. So they're just robbing a wage out of them. Those didn't give any names, but I think we all can point a finger at one or two and say, well, why is he here?
Yeah. Is there anything else, Lee, you've got from the fans forum?
Earache? Not really, no. To be honest, they didn't say anything that were... There were nothing to get behind. There were nothing to commend. All they did will leave you with the same questions that they won't answer. Rupp's coming to do the face-to-face fans forum, allegedly, if he turns
that'll probably
up.
be July or something like that. Normally July.
It's end of season, yeah. Why wasn't he here? Oh, because he's busy. Well, most of the people that were there are busy. Alexander's got to pick a team for the next game.
Yeah.
Sure, he loved being dragged in there. Gent should be out scouting players. I don't know. They talked around a lot of stuff, but they didn't really give us any real answers. I don't think. If anybody else wants to disagree with that, feel free.
We've had Kevin the Carrot on TikTok, Lee.
I like that name.
Way up. We've got to have a Aldi blooming lawsuit coming in, Kevin. He's just come back from his holidays. He's been on his jollies.
I like for some.
But I reckon he has spent quite a bit though, hasn't he? Because if you look at stuff like they brought that, I'm trying to think
To
that
be
big
fair
heater
to
thing in,
Rupp,
didn't they? Brought that big heater thing in the other day. I saw that on
yeah.
Twitter.
To be fair to Rupp, he's putting his money in, but communication, is that there from him that he promised us? Apparently, he's coming to a game in a fortnight or whatever it is.
MK Dons, I think he's coming to.
Yeah, they mentioned that. Well, great, but we don't get to ask him any questions, do we? Will he be talking to anybody? No, probably not. No, it's just I don't know. I just think the communication still isn't coming out of Valley Parade Towers to the fans. And all we wanted, I mean, you've got to take your hat off to fans this year. 2,000 people so far going to Birmingham. I don't know if it's sold out or what. I don't know how many tickets we've got for it. But this season, fan wise, has been a fantastic effort. And
Because we're
long
doing
may
well,
it
Lee.
continue. Yeah.
Where were all these
Well,
fans
we
when
won't
Derek
do it.
Adams were in charge?
Well, you tell me. But they
Yeah,
came out for yous, and
always
they've
come out of
been out
woodwork,
this
don't they, when we're
time.
winning?
Yeah, it's always been the same, mate. I've been there when there's been like 900 odd for a league game. Not good. Back in old days. It is what it is. Most of the fans we've got now are probably rolled over from when we got up in Premier.
There's approximately 700 tickets left for
2,700 odd, is there?
The issue is they've not been delivered. They've not been delivered yet to club shop tickets, and so I don't know what's going on there. I just don't understand why they didn't do QR codes.
That's just modern way of things. It's like, oh well, we tried. Can you book them through Ticketmaster? No, we can't.
So last but not least, then, Lee, is anything else you want to chat about from the fans forum?
No, just keep getting behind them. Just keep getting behind them. 3 points for as many games as we can drive them on to.
And last but not least, before we get to what's on your plate, Lee, do you want to chat about or vent about anything?
Not really, no. No, just it's that time of season now where it's, sink or swim. Get behind the lads. They need you to get behind them. You can hear them talking every inside match day, every time they're talking. The fans. You've been magnificent this season. Time to make it magical, mate. It really is. Get behind them every time. No pulling them down. No whatever. We're Bradford City fans. We're not Ryan Sparks fans. We're not Rupp fans. We're Bradford City fans. Bradford City is our team. Simple as that.
Agree with you there, Lee. So we've got quite a lot of games to come. So I hope we do possibly go back to what Dan was saying. 10 more wins out of the remaining game and we get top 3. I hope we win 11 or 13 games, get up there, get out of this league. Because I've had enough of going to bloody wherever away, Barrow away and stuff like that.
Carlisle.
Yeah, Carlisle are going to get relegated, so that's all right.
Well, it's looking that way.
Yeah. Oh, what about your thoughts on Sparky? You haven't won a game yet.
Well, is it Carlisle? Did you expect him to?
I expect him to win one game at least. But
have they not just managed to sign some superstar striker or something that is hoping is going to jet propel them up a little bit? Maybe.
Yeah, him from MK Dons.
Yeah.
I can't. Danels or something, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly.
Darnell, yeah.
He got released by MK Dons on transfer deadline day.
Yeah, but he didn't do enough for them. What makes him think he's going to do something for Carlisle? I mean, Sparky can get something out of him, then fair enough. But
yeah, I think they're going to struggle.
I don't see it's happening for them.
Them
But
kid,
Harry will be happy. He might get a game now.
oh yeah, I saw that on X. Someone put Bradford friend or something
Yeah,
on TikTok or whatever
I
it was.
saw that.
So, yeah.
So
So on.
Sparky Carlisle, good luck to him. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered about Carlisle. I don't buy into this us and them thing. Carlisle are thousands of miles away from us. I know they're not literally, but do you know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
they don't matter.
So you
What
try to
matters is
say,
3 points every game for us.
yeah. So you try to say stick the rivalry up your ass. Is that what you're trying to say, Lee? Fake rivalry up
That's
your ass.
yeah, they don't exist.
Happy days.
Who's Bradford City's rivals?
Leeds, Huddersfield,
Traditionally,
Sheffield
not really.
United, Sheffield Wednesday.
No, we just hate Leeds because everybody does. Does
Yeah.
anybody like Leeds apart from Leeds fans? Are they really fans? I remember going to a game and they were setting fire to their own buses. Shows mentality, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right, Lee. What's on your plate, lad? What have you had for your tea?
I had a Cornish pasty. I wasn't very hungry, but it was from Hall's Bakery in Wibsey and they were beautiful.
They're free on a
Really
good.
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
there are other suppliers as well, but they're just not as good as Hall's. Hall's are really good.
I think what I just had for my tea. What did I have for my tea? What did I have for my tea? Bloody hell! Is that it? I had like chicken and chips for my tea. It were all right, but there you go.
I was just that way out today, Johnny. I just didn't really fancy much to eat.
I'm saving myself for my Nando's tomorrow.
Nando's.
Taking Mrs. to Nando's and bowling.
That does right.
Eagles, lad. Is this a Newcastle shirt? No, this is
Where you
Bradford
bowl-
City's third kit.
Where you bowling? Keighley?
Gonna go Bradford.
Are you?
Go Bradford, yeah. Take her. That's why I'm doing podcasts today
Yeah.
instead of tomorrow.
I used
I'm taking her
I
out.
used to like bowling at Keighley. It used to be good.
Yeah, I think it's now. It's Dunelm now. That Hollywood Bowl.
Oh God, won't go there. Don't ever buy a mattress from Dunelm. Absolute bag of crap.
Right, and on that note, Lee, I'm gonna say thank you for Lee for coming. Thank you for all your TikToks, YouTubes, and everything. We'll be back next Friday at 6 o'clock. So if you do like what you're hearing / watching, go over to Chickens on the Loose on all podcast services. You'll find us from Apple Music to Spotify to YouTube, and also we are live on Nation Radio as well. So just search for Bradford City Chickens on the Loose there, and you'll find us. Also, we've got a small Facebook page, Chickens on the Loose, and also Up the Chickens on Facebook, and where we do Golden Goal every match day, and also Super 6 every year. And I can't think of anything else. So on that note, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Up the Chickens. Hope we beat Newport. And hopefully we get to Wembley. Good night. Hey, it's I can't pronounce your name. Facebook group. You alright, lad? Hope you're well, mate. Long time no see. Right. TikTok.